Yes. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to start. It's just past 7:45. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to the Hustings for West Hampstead and Fortune Green. So many people. Is that a shipment of apples?
Is that okay? It's like you can't hear me? Can you? Let's try that.
If it happens again, just mute number one.
Okay.
We'll try again. Thanks. I'll try something here. Thank you all for coming. I'm Jonathan Turton. I run West Hampstead Life. Done so for 5 years and tweet as Whampstead on Twitter. I'm sure most of you know one of those two things. I realise you're missing Game of Thrones for this. I can promise you at least as much political intrigue, about half as much violence, but categorically no nudity. If that is a problem, then now is the time to leave. We're live streaming this. Tom is doing over there. We are live streaming this. It's going out on YouTube at the moment. I hope. Fingers crossed. Just be aware of that for you guys as well. And we also have at least one journalist here, in the form of Richard from the CNJ. Refreshments are, as you see, are over there. Help yourself during the evening if you'd like to. That's fine. There's wine and biscuits and God knows what else, and weak lemon squash. Also wanted to thank Paramount Properties, who have funded a lot of this because it has to pay for obviously the hire and the equipment and stuff. Tom comes free because he's a nice guy, but everything else we have to pay for. Want to clarify that all the local election candidates have been invited from all the parties across West Hampstead and Fortune Green wards. That's 26 people in total. As you see, not quite all of them are here. Most of them are here. We'll run through a roll call in a minute. And just to kind of clarify to anyone why we're actually here, this is for the election for ward councillors for West Hampstead and Fortune Green. That's 3 councillors for each ward. The incumbent councillors are all Liberal Democrats. The party with the most number of councillors in Camden ends up in Camden Council. That's currently the Labour Party. And the election is May 22nd, as I'm sure you all know. Right, we're going to try and do a roll call of everyone. We'll do it ward by ward, just slightly. If you just raise your hand or stand up, I'll turn it back through this as I go through everyone. So we test my memory as well, as much as anything else. We're going to start with no. Okay. Do I need a microphone? Turn it off. Do I need a microphone? That's the microphone's on. Can you mute it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need a microphone?
Yes.
Yes.
Just stand over there.
Okay. Maybe I'll stand over the side if that works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is good. This is good. Okay. We didn't have time for these sounds. It's ridiculous. It's not all about me. It's ridiculous. let me just try something like this. Is that off, Pete? Okay, let's see if that works. I'll turn that on again. Where was I? Okay, roll call of candidates. I do have a cheat sheet here. We're going to run through these in the order they're on the website, which is related to the order that the votes came in last time. So for West Hampstead, we have the Liberal Democrats, these are the existing councillors, John Bryant, Keith Moffat, Julian Risso-Gill. It's really annoying.
Those two rear speakers, it might work better. Keep these two, switch them off. These speakers are speaking straight into your microphone.
That's a good point. If I knew how to do that, I would totally do that. We have any ideas?
I got no idea. I already hear that. No.
Okay, we're going to try. Well, let's try and live with this for the time being. Okay, I'm going to shout. I can shout, I think. Sorry, so that was the Liberal Democrats. John,
Keith, Gillian. For Conservatives in West Hampstead, we have Natalie Eliadis there. We have Nick Grayson or Bryson? Grayson. Nick Grayson. And Andrew Sale. For Labour, we don't have Angela Plover. She does send her apologies. She's got a school governors meeting she has to attend. So Angela's not here. We do have Chris Rosenberg and James Yard. Right there. Unfortunately, we have none of the Green candidates of West Hampstead here. I'm sure they also send their apologies. They are Richard Griffiths, Zane Hannan, and Quentin Tyler. Here we have for UKIP Magnus Nielsen, and we have Dave Pearce for the Trade Union and Socialist Coalition. That's West Hampstead. If you're a West Hampstead person, those are your candidates. Fortune Green, same order pretty much. For the Liberal Democrats, we have Nancy Brewer, Dick Ray, and we have Nick Russell. For the Conservatives, we have Ian Cohen, Andrew Parkinson, Tom Smith. For Labour and the Cooperative Party, and they can explain why that's a thing if they want to. We have Richard Olszewski, Lorna Russell, and Phil Turner. For the Green Party, we have Juan Jimenez, and Leila Mars, and Lucy Oldfield, the other Green candidate, also sent her apologies. There are no other candidates in Fortune Green. We have two additional parties, UKIP and Trade Union Socialists, for West Hampstead. Those are your candidates. We're now going to give each party 3 minutes, just 3 minutes, to pitch you why you should vote for them. We're going to do that in the same order, basically. So we're going to start with the Democrats, go around. They've each nominated one person to do that. I'm going to time them. You literally have 3 minutes. I'll put this on for you, and let's see what happens.
Can I have a test run?
You can have a test run, yes.
Just want to see if this makes any weird and wonderful noises.
Right. See if that sounds okay, I think.
Great.
Okay, all right, we're going to start you in a second. I need to get my timer up. No messing around here. Okay, 3 minutes. Your time, Keith, starts now.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. We now know why we hold the area forums in the synagogue hall and not in here, although it's a very beautiful hall. This reminds me a bit of an area forum, which lots of you turn up at on a regular basis. It's one of the things we're very proud of. When the Liberal Democrats were leading the council, we introduced the area forum. And West Hampstead and Fortune Green have the one that's most well attended. And it's a way of bringing people together in the local area and letting them have their say. I want to talk in a way about the sort of councillors we are, rather than give you a potted version of our manifesto, which you can read online. But we're councillors who stick up for West Hampstead. We all live locally, and for many years we've been reminding people that West Hampstead is important. The town hall is a long way away down on Euston Road, and when Flick first became a councillor in 1986, she built her career on jumping up and down and reminding people that West Hampstead was important. The very first issue of our Spotlight leaflet, which we've been distributing for many years, was called, it had a headline saying West Where, showing a puzzled bureaucrat. And that used to be the fate of West Hampstead. We spent many years fighting for West Hampstead. It's become a better place for it, we believe. The fight isn't over. It still feels like West Hampstead gets the short straw sometimes. So, for example, the offices, the empty offices sitting opposite the Thameslink station mean that there's no longer a place where people in West Hampstead and the Kilburn area can go and get face-to-face advice about their problems. We promised that there will be some dedicated local facilities, for example, in the library. That's just not happening at the moment. We think it's not good enough. The people from this area have to go all the way down to the south of the borough if they want to see somebody face-to-face. Another simple example of something we've done in the past was the toilets were closed down on West End Green, and when we ran the council, we made sure that we reopened them. So we've got a history of sticking up for West Hampstead, and we've carried on doing that. I particularly want to pay tribute to Gillian Risso-Gill, who's had some very great achievements recently. The number one that she's very well known for is bringing the farmers market to West Hampstead, kicking off the business association. I use the word kicking off very wisely there. We don't aim to run everything. But West Hampstead's got a lot of very capable people in it, and we've helped set up groups like Friends of West Hampstead Library, Friends of the Cemetery, and most recently the Neighbourhood Development Forum. And our model is to help you do things. We arrange set-up meetings and so on, but we think it's up to you, the good citizens of West Hampstead, to actually run things, and that's very much our model. As I say, we all live locally, and as such, we know the problems of the area. So I want to pick on just three particular things we're pledging. One is to sort out the enormous problems with parking and traffic in this area, which everybody knows. We promised to provide an extra police officer for each of the 2 wards. And thirdly, we want to reverse a big chunk of Labour's cuts to street cleaning, because you're all telling us the state of West Hampstead streets is disgusting. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next up, we have the Conservatives, and speaking to them is Ian Cohen. Ian, take it away.
Let me start by thanking you all for coming. It's great to see so many local residents keen to participate in this debate about the future of our community. I'd also like to thank Jonathan for organising tonight's event. I'm Ian Cohen. I've lived in West Hampstead for over 50 years. I attended Bedford School in Quinton Kynaston. I've run local dry cleaning business on West End Lane. This is where I raised my family, and West Hampstead is my home. Your Conservative team has a great range of skills and experience. Andrew Saywell is a former councillor who understands planning and licensing. Natalie is a lawyer with experience in renewable energy. John works in financial communications and is a governor of Hampstead School. Andrew Parkinson is a planning lawyer and a former local teacher. And Nick is a careers consultant who helps local people get jobs. Together, we'll ensure that although West Hampstead is far from Town Hall, we're never far from Town Hall's mind. This is the Conservative. We'll do this by tackling the issues facing West Hampstead and Fortune Green head on. Our streets are frequently not clean enough, with nothing done to tackle fly tipping. There are insufficient parking spaces and not enough enforcement of parking restrictions. West End Lane often feels more like a car park than a road. There is a growing need and demand for more school places and opportunities for our children. We need to do more to support the elderly and vulnerable residents, and development is changing the face of West Hampstead. Our distance from Town Hall makes some people defeatist about delivering results for our community. But we've got a positive vision, and we're optimistic about what we can achieve for West Hampstead. So what will the Conservatives do to tackle these issues? Well, I have some very clear pledges. We will reinstate weekend street cleaning to tackle littering and hold fly tipping offenders to account. We will allow 20 minutes of free parking on Mill Lane and freeze parking charges for a year to support local businesses. We will put more money in your pocket by cutting council tax over 4 years. We will support elderly residents by restoring luncheon clubs, cutting the cost of Meals on Wheels, extending library opening hours. We will back the NDF to ensure that local residents' priorities are taken into account when developments are being considered. We have a costed plan to pay for this, signed off by the Council Finance Director. Instead of cutting services, we cut waste and bureaucracy at the Town Hall. No more keeping premises like Travis Perkins empty. No more propaganda news sheets. No more taxpayer-funded trade union officials. We'll also raise revenue from advertising. By doing this, we would ensure that frontline services are prioritised over a backroom Town Hall interests. Our great team came here tonight to put forward our positive plan for the future of West Hampstead and Fortune Green. We offer a vibrant, fresh alternative that can take our community forward. Thank you.
Bonus points being bang on time. Next, we have Labour. Philip.
Thank you.
Now.
Good evening, everyone. In this election, there is a clear choice between the parties who are cutting in West Hampstead and the party that is investing in West Hampstead. The coalition government has cut my and your council budget by almost 50%. But I'm proud that the Labour Council has sought to fight cuts and very successfully in many cases, but not been defeatist. We've sought to invest. maintaining a positive and progressive agenda against the cuts. We are investing, particularly in West Hampstead, in 3 specific areas. We're investing in new school places, we're investing in new homes, and we're investing in new jobs. In terms of new school places, there's not a better place that we could begin that conversation than here, in Emmanuel School, in which we've invested £9 million in redeveloping this building. And it's a great result, but we need to do more. Parents in the local area are telling me that they are having to homeschool their children, or drive to Kensington and Chelsea to find places that we can't provide here in Camden. So the Labour Party is looking to provide 420 new places in Little Road by 2016, much needed places. In terms of new homes, you know that there is a great shortage of housing in this city in general. And Labour is pledging to build 6,000 new homes by 2018 to try and increase the supply and improve that for local people. We are also looking to ensure that every development that is happening under the Labour Council will deliver 50% of truly affordable housing. And that's something that's really dear to us. And we're very pleased that the West Hampstead Square development is going to be seeing affordable housing of that kind. But it's not just people getting on the property ladder that's important. It's also people in the private rented sector. I've been speaking to residents who are facing 8%, 9%, 10% rises. And that's just not right. The wages are not doing anything like that, as you know. So the Camden Labour Party will ensure that there is a registry of landlords to make sure that Camden's landlord-tenant relationships are fine. And finally, in terms of investing in jobs, the greatest opportunity for us remains around the O2 Centre development. Your Labour team here in West Hampstead is going to be making sure that there's enough office spaces and workshops that go into there to bring in business. We've already installed Wi-Fi in the local area to increase local business, and that's something that we're very proud of. And we've put every person working in the council on the London living wage. Labour believes in fair work and fair pay. And I'm really proud to say that in spite of the cuts, in spite of all the challenges, we have done that by being the first council that has frozen your council tax for 4 consecutive years, the first council in Camden's history. So in this election, there's a clear choice. There are the parties who are cutting in West Hampstead, and there is a party that is investing in West Hampstead. And that is why, on the 22nd of May,